Wrestling fans, it is time for another episode of the Piledriver. The Speedy Boys are back. I'm your co-host, Dean the Big Dog Samples, followed by, Mike, the best in the world. Alan, how you doing, my boy, on this
I'm doing
lovely
great.
Sunday?
I'm doing great. This weekend has been phenomenal for me. Started off hot on Monday. I had Tropodelic and Dirty Heads at Nautica Fire Show. Went through a couple days. Friday night, I went to Bumpin' Uglies at the West Side Bowl in Youngstown. Another fire show. Saturday, I got to go to OCW yesterday, baby. And it was great, great show, despite the rain. We'll talk about that. The rain did eventually stop on us, and we did get a nice show. But Mogador Summerfest did not disappoint, from the smack talking football team to the fresh squeezed lemonade and the homemade donuts I had yesterday. Fire.
I bet.
Um,
That sounds fucking amazing.
it was a great day yesterday at Mogador Lions Park.
Good, man. I can't wait to get into it. Unfortunately, I was not able to make that. But we're going to get into the results of that. Also, Buckeye Wrestling Alliance had the Great American Smash yesterday as well. We're going to go over the results for that. Our boy Wilbur Whitlock was involved in that as well over the weekend. So we'll dig into that shortly after. But we got some other things coming up this week. It's a busy weekend as well.
Big weekend.
Huge weekend for wrestling fans in Northeast Ohio. We'll get into that as well. But let's dive in. We got a lot to talk about. Let's start with OCW.
So I remember most of the card. I don't have it pulled up in front of me. I remember it for the most part. I know that the match started off with General Manager Glenn Lane. The night. The night started off with General Manager Glenn Lane showing up, showing out, inviting the champion, Lord Thomas the Brute, to come to the ring. Tommy lets everybody know that he has decided, as we all knew, there will be a battle royal this evening to start off the night. Over the top battle royal with the winner going on to main event the show and face Lord Thomas the Brute. We had star-studded battle royal, in my opinion. 3 debuts yesterday. 3 OCW debuts.
Okay.
1 number 1 contender. And a lot of good matches. So, debuts. We had the debuting Colton Quinn showed up for his first time in OCW yesterday. I might have to take it back. It might be 2 debuts. I'm not 100% sure that Izzy Lambert has been in those. Okay, yes. So it was 2 debuts. My apologies. Izzy Lambert brought Colton Quinn along, and they entered this battle royal and kind of put it in. I mean, Izzy, of course, came with the trademark kendo stick that we see him carrying around all the time. It was used. It was. But
last time we seen that used, he used it on Bray McKenzie and Neopro.
Probably my favorite. There was. That's who Bray. Bray was my second debut. Bray McKenzie was in the battle royal.
He didn't debut though.
And
Bray was at Kim Tam Park.
That's right. You are correct. He was at Kim Tam Park for 2 debuts. Sorry. The best. I hate to say it that way because I love Colton. But yeah. we hype him up so much on the show. And for me,
it's well deserved though. Colton Quinn.
I didn't know he was there. I had no clue. For him to show up in this battle royal in the purple, carrying the collection plate, the good one, Pastor CeeLo, made his OCW debut last night in the battle royal. Unfortunately, he was unsuccessful. He was unsuccessful, but great showing by the good one. Super excited to see him in OCW. I hope that we get to see more of him. I mean,
I want to see the good one everywhere.
It's just another way he's taken over. It's a takeover. The mega church mission takeover.
I'm about it.
It was okay. So last year we talked about this at Summerfest last year. They had all the football team, right? And the football team was not kind to the Thunderbird yesterday. They kept calling him Pretty Bird, and they did not. It
Pretty
was
Bird.
Yep, exactly.
I keep thinking of Dumb and Dumber.
It was. So who else do we have in this? Bray McKenzie was in the battle royal. Colton Quinn, Izzy Lambert, Jake the Thunderbird Ely, Gino DiCapo. Uh, who else was in it? Oh, Jean-Paul Les Miserables.
Okay, the master mime.
Let me tell you yesterday. Okay. So we all love the mastermind. Everybody, kind of they get a kick out of him. It's
If you don't
it's
like the
fun.
master mime, you're a liar.
Hey, Magador loved the mastermind. I'm
Good.
talking. I'm talking. Listen to this. I don't even think you're not gonna believe me. The mastermind, not during the battle royal, but for his match, he came out almost Wilbur Whitlock-esque pop for the mastermind Jean Paul and
That says a
Miserable.
lot.
It was fucking awesome. Like awesome. Over as
Oh,
fuck in
a
Mogador.
Wilbur Whitlock-esque pop. That
Like
says a lot.
it wasn't that big, but it was loud. Like it was like holy crap. Like
That is
for the
awesome.
mime. Like, and I'm not
I
to
love
take
that for
away from
him.
Jean Paul, not to take away from Jean Paul, but like it was just an unexpected reaction. He got over with the fans. They loved him. Him and Keith were, Jean Paul brought out his smoke, and him and Keith were sharing. Referee Keith Smith, Papa Smirk, was sharing the smoke, and like he was over, man. It was so good. He put on a great performance, like fire match. Ended up with a number one contender, a familiar face that we all know. We don't all love. Some of us do. Some of us don't. Number one contender and going on to main event the evening, the made man, Gino DiCapo.
I had a feeling I was going to have it. I'm happy for it.
Oh yeah, 100%. I was really excited. Gino came in and took it. It was a good match. There was lots of craziness in the battle royal, as you can expect from a battle royal. It was overall a great way to start the show, in my opinion.
Who had the most eliminations? Do you remember?
I'm not sure. That would be a Hammer question. We'd have to ask the Hammer. But if I had to guess, it would either be Gino or Asher.
Okay.
They were putting in work.
Did they go against each other, Gino and Asher?
No, not during the thing. Not during the
Okay.
battle royal. Asher ended up getting knocked out. Gino made it, and of course Gino win. Made it to the final four along with Jay Geely. And I forget who else was in the final four. I know I disappeared real quick. I'm pulling it up because I feel dumb right now.
So Gino wins and goes on the main event to go against Lord Thomas the Brute for the OCW heavyweight title.
Yes, to main event the show.
And how'd that go?
We'll talk about it. We'll get there. Okay. Next match, we had, as we know, one of the greatest tag teams of the Midwest, Warhorse, actually in singles competition against the former OCW tag team champions, DD Trash. So it started off with Crosshairs Kelly versus Brucey. Yeah. Great match. Brucey came out, did his thing with the crowd, had the ladies around the ring giving him kisses and what. Great job. Kelly did his job. Big, scary monster, demolishing everything. Great match between the both of them. It just turned out that Bruce wasn't able to overpower the big man. He tried a couple times for the DDT. Kelly stopped him. Eventually, Kelly picked up the win.
Okay. I did see that. I did see
it. I didn't see it. Kelly, or I'm sorry, Ron Mathis, pure trash, comes running out of the back. Says that a foreign object was used to knock out Brucey by Crosshairs Kelly. Says that he's supposed to fight later on in the night against Pat the Bruiser, who had come out to ringside to celebrate with his partner. But Ron Mathis doesn't want to wait. He wants Pat the Bruiser right now. Okay? Pat Bruiser says no, blah, 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 blah. We fight on my time. You don't get to just make matches. So then, of course, the general manager, Glenn Lane, makes another appearance and deems the match official, starting right now.
Yes.
Let me just
by Glenn.
Just great move. Just right in there. Take charge action. I love it.
It's another reason why we're Glenn Lane guys.
Oh, 100%. We talked about that last night. We talked about those shirts, by the way. So we're gonna get on that.
Yes.
But not even the most surprising thing of the night was, Ronnie coming out and demanding his match. The most surprising thing about this for me is that Ron Mathis gave Pat the Bruiser not one, not two, but three fall away slams to Pat the
What?
Bruiser.
Shut
100%, dude.
up.
Legitimately, my fucking jaw dropped. I was like, and then he picked him up and did it again. And then picked him up and did it again. And then, Mathis went like this. And I'm like, go ahead, dude. Do it. I just saw you lift Pat the Bruiser and just toss him around like he was nothing.
Pat's a big boy.
Pat is a big boy. And Ron just, dude, I'm talking like legitimately, Sam, picked him up like he was going to whoop over the head. I was like, oh. Then amidst all the rain,
Wow.
it had been raining. And we didn't speak on this. So the show was supposed to start about 8:00. We didn't end up getting started till about 8:30 because of the rain. The radar would tell us that it would stop raining, and then it would stop raining. We pulled the tarp off the ring, got a little bit of excess water out, and then it fucking started raining again. It did that to us twice.
Mother Nature, you bastard.
So of course, ropes were wet, turnbuckles were wet a little bit. We didn't expect much high flying. I did get a top rope moonsault from Ron Mathis onto Pat the Bruiser after the fallaway slams to pick up the victory. So
fuck yeah.
Kudos. Oh, and then apparently the whatever the foreign object that whatever was used was tried to use again. Bruce jumped in the ring and intervened and stopped, Pat the Bruiser from retrieving the object that Kelly had thrown him.
Okay.
And that's when Ron, ran through, jumped up top, moonsault, game over. It was beautiful.
So this rivalry with the Warhorse and DD Trash is far from over.
100%, dude.
So we got Polino Mania coming up. We got Beach Bash coming up as well. Who knows what's going to happen?
100%.
I can see a big matchup between the two coming very soon.
I mean,
at one of these two shows,
we are going to need tag team contenders for the titles. So I mean, it makes sense. Now, this is the match I was talking about. The mastermind, Jean Paul, comes out to a phenomenal ovation. Phenomenal. Right? Great. His opponent for the evening, one of my favorites, sure fucking bet, Asher Knox. Comes out, great match between Asher and the Mime. At one point, he tried to put Asher in a box, broke that down. There was, a couple different things. But then, the Mime, I don't want to say he hulked up, but he hulked up. He got to hulking up and the crowd was behind him. It was loud and proud. And he got on a nice little tear where I was like, holy shit, like Jean Paul's picking ass and taking names, man. Like,
I like this.
It was good. It was real good. He hit him a couple clotheslines. He then picked Asher up, went for a little rope toss, Irish whip kind of deal. Asher ducked the clothesline, and on the comeback, code breaker, game over. Sure bet as a winner, boy.
I like that.
Asher Knox with I don't want to call it an upset. I don't want to, but it looked like Jean Paul was in control for a majority of the match, and Asher to come back and pull off a crazy, awesome victory. Super happy for him. Great match.
Well deserved.
Then you had Jake Ely going on later on in the night.
I heard he got the dub.
He did get a dub.
Was there some Eddie Guerrero-esque?
It wasn't Eddie Guerrero-esque. It was more so Jake got pushed into the referee in the corner and kind of caught himself. And then when Bray came to get him, it looked like Jake slipped maybe because of the rain and his leg went up. And it might have connected with Bray in the nether regions.
In the no zone.
I don't want to say that the Thunderbird cheated. I will never say that. Because it looked to me like he slipped. But after that, I mean, he got the 1, 2, 3. This was probably my favorite part of the night because as much as the crowd was behind Jean Paul and Miserable, they were for Bray McKenzie, but only because they hated Jake. The kids from Mogador hated Jake. All right.
Why? How do you hate Jake, first and foremost?
All right. So last year, Jake was the champion at Mogador.
Right.
And he lost the belt since then, right? So of course they're where's your belt at?
Oh,
They're
they did that.
talking smack because the Thunderbirds from Talmadge, and they're Talmadge sucks, Talmadge sucks. Like I told you earlier, they were calling him Pretty Bird. They I don't know. They are not fans of the Thunderbird Jake Healy. And it was good, and like I said, it was imagine the Wilbur Whitlock-esque pop. Imagine the conductor, Dean, going like this. Because that's exactly what happened when Jake pulled off the 1-2-3. They were talking all kinds of shit, and then he won and went, caw right in their face. Not a word from him. Shut him up real quick.
I love it.
It was pretty friggin' good.
Hell yeah.
And then we had a tag team match for the titles. Colton Quinn, the debut, and Izzy Lambert teaming up to go against the winners. Great match again from the winners. I can't discount them. But my favorite spot of this match, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Like Jimmy hit a good spear. Robbie, got some cool moves off. Great match. But the spot of this match for me, Colton Quinn hit one of the clean. I don't want to call it an RKO, so I'll call it a cutter. But the way he came, it looked RKO-esque. Like he came from behind him and caught him and cut. It was clean. Son. Clean. And I was like, oh, okay.
If somebody's got some footage of this cutter, tag the boys. Tag us. I want to see it.
I mean, well, Kev put the video up on the YouTube of the whole show. So it's on the whole show. You just have to skip through to the match and tag team. But the whole show
I'm gonna go back and look for that.
Is live on Believe Land Media. So if you didn't get to watch OCW, get over and watch last night. The setup they had us was really cool. Normally they have us like right in front of the ring. They have tables and stuff. They had us up in like the football booth, like in the broadcast. Like it was cool. Not me, but the boys, Paulie and all the stuff was up there. That's where they were broadcasting from. So it was pretty cool. They had a bird's eye view.
I like it.
Next match, I actually think this match came before the tag team match, but this match right here was my favorite match of the night for multiple reasons.
Is this the one?
So here at the Piledriver podcast, and I hate to say it like this. Because it makes us sound like we're cocky. But really, I think it's just we see and we know what we're talking about a little bit. Dana Brooke. That's where this started. Okay. A long time ago when we used to run roast.
Love you, Dana.
We hitched our wagon to Dana Brooke. Not long after, Dana Brooke started getting a push and she started going up. And yes, that push has since declined, and that's fine. But at the time, we started talking about her and giving her love and giving her flowers every week on the show. And it started going like this. Right?
Couple months later, autographed photo that we kept
that we kept on the side. Yeah. A couple of months ago, I decided, I kind of took this one because it started with my very first OCW event. That was when I fell in love with the Thunderbird, the whole character, the whole way he talked to Paulie, everything. I constantly started hyping Jake up. And then Jake lost for a whole year. And even that whole year, I was talking him up the whole time. And then that whole year, boom, heavyweight championship. Boom, boom. And he keeps going. Right? What was it, 2 weeks ago? He made Wrestler of the Week?
Yep.
The professional, Brandon Fields, goes into the Heritage Grand Prix last week, wins an 8-man tournament to get a #1 contendership. Comes to Mogador amidst booze. He came out, didn't say a word. He had the hoodie on. He looked very like CM Punk, came in very statuesque, ready to fight, ready to go, business. Looking like a fucking professional killer. Chuck the Truck comes out, and Chuck got him for the first couple minutes, and then Brandon caught him with an arm twist drag, little hammer gut wrench, and yanked him down. And that's when the massacre started, bud. He started on that arm, and he just worked that arm and worked that arm and worked that left arm. Chuck, kind of made a little comeback, a couple clotheslines here and there, some chops, count up to 10. He had the crowd count to 10 punches with him, but ultimately it came back to the arm, and the professional kept going after the arm. We've seen it multiple times by wrestlers that like to do submissions like a Ric Flair, where he'll just attack a knee. He'll just keep going after that knee because eventually he's going to try to put you in the figure four. So last night, we've seen Brandon do the Kimura a bunch of times. That's kind of been his go-to lately. He put Chuck in the Kimura. Chuck was able to twist his body around and get his feet on the ropes to break the hold.
Really?
The
Okay.
match goes on a little bit longer. All right. And I don't think you're ready for this. I sent you the picture of it.
Yeah. I seen the
Later
picture.
on, a couple minutes later, he goes after the arm again, gets Chuck down on the ground, puts him in a Kimura, but then rolls it over and wraps his legs around Chuck's head in like a head scissor Kimura lock, dude. What?
That was it? Done?
Done. Chuck
Ugh.
maybe screamed for a minute, and I say a minute like it was a long time. It was not a minute. Come on, how? Pat, baby. And new Ohio Heritage Champion, the professional Brandon Fields.
Without Nick Hahn.
That's probably my favorite part of this whole thing, is that like, I hate to say this about him, obviously, because of what we can see he can do now. In the entourage with Jock and Warhorse and him, he was the low man on the totem pole. He's the only one that's a champion without Nick Hahn. He's the only one that's prospered, in my opinion, without Nick Hahn. I'm not hating on Warhorse at all, because they're a very decorated tag team. But since leaving the entourage, they don't have tag team titles. They're not on the hunt for gold. They're fighting DD Trash in solos matches. Jock Sampson?
Man.
Who?
Congratulations, Brandon Fields. Well fucking deserved, my man.
Brandon Fields with a killer Kimura lock for. We don't even know if that's the killer Kimura lock. That's fire.
I like that. Yeah.
It was great match. I don't even, and then I got some killer pictures I'll put up on the pod of Brandon with his title because they were good. It was a good match. I'm really excited for him. Like I said, I felt like we willed this one, and it happened. It's one of those things you wish, and your wish comes true, I guess, and it's a cool feeling.
Yeah.
And then,
man, I'm happy for him, and we love Chuck too, man. You hate to see it too, but at the same time,
we were talking with Paulie. I was talking with Paulie after the show. And I mean, it does suck that Chuck lost. Chuck is a 3-time Ohio Heritage Champion, though.
I think it's time to go after something else.
There's only one prize left to go after, buddy.
It is time.
You got to face the Brute to get it, though.
I'm down for a Brute versus Chuck.
Gino won the Battle Royal early in the evening and got to go against the Brute. Great match. Lord Thomas the Brute got love from all the fans. All the fans are calling Gino the meatball. You know how it goes. At one point, Gino did slip in. I couldn't really see his hands real well. It looked kind of like a Cobra Clutch Taz mission, maybe. Great submission. I thought he was going to get him. Tommy got him with a real nasty slam. Real big Viking slam, whatever. I don't know what he calls power slam and LeBron Strowman world. Kind of that kind of slam.
Right.
A running power slam kind of deal. It was good.
I don't know what he calls that, but yeah.
I don't know what he calls it.
It's a running power.
But it was a running power slam. Great match. Great ending to the show. Mogador Summerfest.
Thomas retains.
Oh yeah, Lord Thomas retains. I apologize. Yes. It was close,
awesome.
But again,
I kind of assumed by what you said with the power slam, they'd probably put him away.
Yeah, but nobody's seeming to got Lord Thomas's number, so it looks like he's gonna be holding on to that title for a little bit. But overall, I know you can't really comment on it because you weren't there, but from your boy, Summerfest, 4.5 Piledrivers, baby. It was really good.
Just based off what you're telling me,
it was really good.
I can agree with you.
It was really good. I was really happy. I was very satisfied with the outcome of events. Again, my jaw dropped when Brandon Fields won because I felt like we willed that. So I was really excited. The crowd, like I've told you a billion times, was lit. The little kids, it's cool because like we had the entrance right here and they come out from over here, right? But the kids, when they leave, the kids, and and they're just there, like either talking shit to,
Those
anybody
kids are
or
kids
loving
these days
Jimmy.
are
Like,
ruthless too.
dude, there was this one little kid. He's super big Jimmy Shane fan. Gotta be. Had like Macho Man Randy Savage style glasses that said fucking winners on them. Like, it was cool. I was like, those
That's
glasses
sweet.
are sweet, dude.
That's sweet.
So shout out to that little kid. I don't know his name, but he was cool as shit. Um, Great show yesterday. Like I said, I had donuts and a steak sandwich and fresh
You
squeezed
know what?
lemonade.
Okay, that's what I want to make sure. You got your lemonade?
Dude, look at this jug.
God damn!
It's as big as my head. Like, it's a half gallon of lemonade.
How much is that bad boy?
It was $16 for the jug, but then
Oh, you.
the refill was only $6.
Oh, that's not bad. For some
Yeah,
fresh
because
squeezed lemonade.
a regular souvenir cup, like a 22-ounce cup or whatever, was like
Yeah,
$7 or $8 for the cup, but then a refill was like $4.
that's not bad.
So I was like, I'm gonna get this big
I love
giant
me some
jug.
fresh squeezed lemonade, my boy.
Yeah, because Zoe can use this for softball.
There you go.
So yeah, great show, great job by Summerfest. Again, A plus to the kids, the talent, the fans, the general manager Glenn Lane. Nat, shout out to Nat for being the ring announcer again. She kicked ass. Great show. I had a great time.
And they got Polio Mania coming up this weekend. That's last year's shirt. I'm assuming they're going to have another exclusive shirt for this year's event. Um, Stay tuned. Follow us on all the socials and follow OCW online on all the socials as well for any updates on match announcements
I was saying, yeah, we don't
within
have
the
any
week. So,
matches as of now. I do know that the winners will be in action.
and they're looking for a challenge. So we should see what's going to happen with that. But like I said, follow us and OCW on all the social media and look for any match announcements throughout the week heading up to Polino Mania. Should be another good one. Last year was a banger. It was hot. Hopefully it's not as hot as it was last year, but it's still a hell of a time.
Yeah, it was hot, bro.
Yesterday as well, Buckeye Wrestling Alliance had the Great American Smash. As at the Skylight in Newark, Ohio. They had 8 matches. They had a dark match. Rod Lee was successful in his BWA debut, defeating Jake Braggintown. And match number 1, Chase Winters and Jake Christ defeated the After Midnight Express, which is
That's
our
my
boy
boy.
Wilbur Whitlock.
And Patrick Hayes.
Yeah, with Jexy Black.
I would say they had Jexy.
After the Express interrupted Winters versus Christ, resulting in an impromptu tag match. That's how that became what it was. The Tragedy Boys, Saturn Prince and Gaston LaRue and Percy Drews defeated the Bad Boys for Life, Luis Casanova, Theo Strong, and Tyler Vox in a 6-man tornado tag match. Match number 3, Kenzie James defeated Ari Alexander. Match number 4, BWA champion Tommy Chill defeated Brian Pillman Jr. to retain the championship.
I saw that Brian Pillman Jr. showed up at BWA.
There's rumors flowing around that Brian Pillman Jr. could be headed to WWE.
Oh, I heard.
After match number 5, AJ Quinn and Alexander Blackwood defeated the duo of Axel Jaggers and Max Carnage. Match 6, Daniel Blevins interrupted the ring announcer Jordan Orlando to announce that John Murray, his client for the evening, that resulted in Murray taking a loss to James the Baker Hickey. Love us some James the Baker. The match number 7, the Assembly retained the BWA Tag Team Championships with a DQ win over VO2 Fitness, Joey Studer, and Teddy Bear. So if you had an opportunity to be there, or if anything
get down to BWA, I mean they get down to some good stuff. A lot of our people are down there. Yeah, we definitely need to get to them, and that's another, like with RSW too as well. We're gonna get with RSW when they come back.
Also, over the weekend, AIW had Absolution 16 at the Tadmore Shrine in Akron, Ohio. If you're not familiar with AIW, it's one of the biggest wrestling promotions in Cleveland and probably around. And Absolution is their WrestleMania, basically. And as usual, it did not disappoint. A couple titles have changed.
Hey, I'm so excited for the one. I hate that my boy had to lose it, but I love that he lost it to my other boy.
It is well deserved. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into that. Shawn Mason and Dominic Garini defeated PB Smooth and Brian Carson. In a scramble match, Vic Weiss defeated Trey Lamar, Chase Oliver, Austin James, Luis London, and Dr. Daniel C. Rockingham.
I saw that Trey Lamar showed back up. That's pretty cool too.
Hell yeah. This other match, which I was following for a while because I'm a big fan of Ziggy and I'm a big fan of Jocelyn. Jocelyn pulled up at Ziggy's house, beat her ass, and it
Uh-huh.
kind of just the heat going into this match was intense. I loved it. But Ziggy came away with the dub against Jocelyn.
Ooh.
Ziggy was split open, bro.
I saw her and Derek were both bleeding.
Oh yeah. Cassius King, Eric Taylor, the Duke, and Money Shot defeated Mikey Montgomery, Sam Holloway, and bulking season. Um, the members only, Calvin G. Lewis and Malcolm Cambridge,
Well,
defeated
boys,
the to Infinity and Beyond, Colin Delaney
nice.
and Cheech. Um, and then our boy Joshua Bishop defended the JCW title, the Juggalo Championship Wrestling, defeating Tom Lawler to retain. I heard that was a banger as well.
Dirty
Um,
Tom.
yeah, baby. I love Tom Lawler.
So do I. He's nasty.
Filthy Tom is the shit. Um, and this is what we were just talking about. Absolute intense wrestling, intense championship match. Wes Barkley defeated our boy,
Maserati West, boy.
defeated Derek Dillinger to become the new AIW Intense Champion.
I'm so excited for West, dude. That's so
Congratulations to Wes, man. That was well deserved.
that I mean, dude,
Yeah, we love Derek. We love Wes.
not only is it cool for him to win the championship, like to win that title, but for him to get it over somebody like Derek. Like that's
Yeah,
I'm not putting anything against anybody else in AIW, but come on. I mean, like that Derek's a very well known name. I like people have literally started conversations with me because I had a Derek Dillinger shirt on. Like, oh, you watch wrestling? Oh, I know Derek. Oh, yeah, like he's real good. Like, so for Maserati West to get that win, get that and new over Derek Dillinger, kudos, my boy.
I love it. Another one that I'm happy for, my dude. I even tweeted out if this dude didn't win, we rioted throughout the like earlier in the week. The AIW Absolute Championship match. Isaiah Broner defeated Matt Cardona to become the new Absolute Champion.
Phenomenal. We've been following Broner since we went to the one show at the Stark County Fairgrounds where Kaplan got run over by a U-Haul.
Yeah,
We've been following Broner since
by
then.
Wes Barkley.
Yeah, by Wes Barkley. We've been following Broner since then, man, and it's like I think he had a knee injury at the time, and like he's just been constantly going. When we went to the AIW show, he put on a hell of a match. Like, congratulations, man. Well deserved.
Hell yeah,
Happy
dude.
to see the belt around your waist.
Congratulations, Broner. Congratulations, Wes. You guys both deserved it. I'm excited
Congratulations
to see what happens going forward.
Brandon Fields. We got new champions all around this weekend.
If you guys want to watch the replay of this, it was live stream on Fight TV Plus. If you're not a member, you can go ahead and give you like a 7-day free trial. I know that's $9.99 a month. Well worth it. Ton of great wrestling that you can watch on there. Go watch the replay of it. I'm sure it's going to help them. Like I said, it's their WrestleMania. It was an amazing show from what I've seen.
Eric Bischoff was there.
Eric Bischoff was there too for the meet and greet. So
that was cool. I was salty about that. That was probably the biggest thing that I'm mad I missed is Eric Bischoff.
yeah.
It would have been cool to
So,
get Eric Bischoff like this.
fuck yeah, that would have been sweet. Would you have done that or would you have?
I mean, maybe that's too sweet, you know?
I don't know.
Or he could go, I could go like this, and he could go like this. Because when you're NWO for life.
For life, baby. So that was after this weekend. This upcoming weekend, though, we got a lot of wrestling.
Fire. More fire.
But like we said, we already got Paulino Mania. We got Mega Championship Wrestling, Saturday Night Slam. We got Dropkick Diabetes. It's coming up.
Dean just went totally backwards. Friday night, we got
I'm not going in order. I'm just naming what's going on this weekend. I'm not doing like specifically in order.
You could have went Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You went
I
Saturday.
didn't. I just started telling what was going on in the weekend.
Friday night, Dojo Wars. Saturday night, Mega Championship Wrestling. Saturday Night Slam, the Moose out front said so. And then Sunday, we have Dropkick Diabetes. Fire cards from all over. I didn't see a bunch about Dojo Wars. I did see that
I got it right here.
I did see Butchie's going against J-Rock. I'm really excited for that.
Yes. Cash Inc., Skylar and Grayley taking on Jonesy and James.
Speaking of break, later in this week, I'm gonna say probably Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning. Piledriver interviews will be releasing. We're gonna have Cash Inc. on. They're gonna come join us. They weren't able to get here tonight to do our show with us, but we are gonna get them on the podcast before Saturday Night Slam. They have matches twice in a row because they have matches Saturday Night Slam that we'll talk about too. And I believe at least Gavin is in Dropkick Diabetes in the Battle Royal. So Cash Inc.'s got a very busy weekend. We're going to talk to them about that, and we'll have that episode dropped before they start wrestling this weekend. So you'll be able to hear their thoughts and stuff.
I can't wait to do that.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. Where was I at there? Oh, yeah. Sebastian LaShawn is going to be taking on Dice K.
Nice.
DLA versus Crumbles.
Okay. Crumbles is still
Ashton.
undefeated. Crumbles is still undefeated in Dojo Wars.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think he's I think he's the only undefeated wrestler. Like he's the only one in EFW with an undefeated record. Like he's whatever in O.
I didn't know that. This is Dojo Wars number 7, by the way.
Okay. So Dojo Wars 7, yeah, he's undefeated.
Next we got Ashton Day versus Victor Vale.
Beep. Ashton Day will also be on the podcast before the weekend's events.
Hear what he has to say coming up to this weekend's action and everything.
He's got a pretty stacked weekend too.
The boy's been.
I was gonna say Sunday, I believe he's fighting Fuego del Sol.
Yeah.
At Dropkick Diabetes. Like that's a great name for. And we'll talk about that. What else we got for Dojo Wars?
Nick Brashear versus Vinny Maverick.
Nice,
That's
big
Vinny.
Vinny.
Brandon Day versus Dio Salvador.
Watch out for Dios.
Bray McKenzie taking on the good one, Pastor CeeLo.
Ooh, we love you, Bray, but I don't know. I love CeeLo too. That's gonna be a fucking banger.
You know, this next one's gonna be a banger too. J-Rock taking on our boy Butchie.
My boy Butch. I'm so excited to see Butch this weekend. I haven't seen Butchie wrestle in weeks. I haven't been able to get it out. Maybe I can get out Friday night and to get to Dojo Wars. Maybe we'll see. I can't guarantee that yet, but
yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen with Cash Inc. versus Jimmy James and RJ Jonesy at Dojo Wars. That's going to be a good one. Skylar and Gavin can go, bro, but
oh yeah,
don't count out RJ Jonesy. And I have not seen Jimmy James in a minute.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. Ever since what was it when he came out? He was dressed in that fucking skeleton suit and attacked Mike Michaels.
That was the last time we've seen it. Well, me personally in person. So that's gonna be a 7 p.m. If you guys want to know, tickets are $20 to $15. It's the NEO Sports Plant, 20001 Euclid Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio. Tickets are at extremefightworld.com. Go grab tickets. It's gonna be a great one. That's gonna be this Friday.
And then Saturday, we'll be at Victory Park in North Ridgeville, Ohio, for Mega Championship Wrestling Saturday Night Slam. This one's got a banger of a card too already, but I don't expect anything less when it comes to a Brandon Xavier card.
No. We went over the whole card last week. We could run through it again. I don't think the only one we didn't mention was
I was gonna say just put out the title matches. There is some Cash Inc.'s in action. I believe Ashton's fighting. But we do have titles on the line. Yep. PME going against the Party Posse for the tag team titles. Dio Salvador and El Taino taking on LSD. Somebody's coming out with the Fighting Spirit Championship. And then the match that we didn't talk about.
Bryson Teller defending his Mega Championship against Derek fucking Dillinger.
I saw something that one of them shared. I can't remember who shared it, but they fought each other about 10 years ago. Or something, like when they both started wrestling. Like it was a young, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow, that's crazy. And, they were like, look, it's funny how everything comes full circle. And like, this is going to be a banger of a match.
I think it's back in like 2018 at Raise the Roof.
Okay, so 5 years ago, sorry. But still.
That's still, they got history together. I'm excited, dude.
This match is just
Don't
adding on
don't we got the Hoss?
to an already stacked card. To an already stacked card. Like, who's Cash Inc. fighting? You got that in front of you? They're fighting somebody I've never seen before, so I'm not familiar.
I'm excited for Alex Daniel versus Ashton Day.
Yes. Yes.
Very much so. Let's see here. I got Cash Inc. versus JVM and RJ Jonesy taking on the father and son crew.
That's right. That's right.
And like I said, I don't know if you ended up watching that video where Cash Inc. lured RJ Jonesy in with making him think it's a no from his dad to meet him at the bar, and they beat him up inside the bar.
And they whooped his ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna,
I'm
and like
curious
I
what's
said,
gonna
we're gonna
happen.
have Cash Inc. on. We're gonna have Cash Inc. on. We're gonna talk to him about this. We're gonna see what's going on. What's the beef with Jonesy?
The mega church is gonna be in action as a whole. Man, this
as a whole, I'm so excited about that.
don't we got a Hoss Invitational, like a mega cup?
Yes, sir. I was waiting for you to bring that up.
I'm ready for that too, dude.
So, I don't remember. They did put it out. You can probably look it up while you got that in there in front of you. Who's in it? But I know a couple people off the top of my
Shogun?
head. I don't know if Shogun is he in it. Is he? Okay, I didn't know if Shogun was in it. I do know that
I'm almost positive.
Miles Jacobs is in it. Big Mo is in it. The ageless wonder Jeff Jevick is in it. Those are already three pretty big fellas. I hope they reinforce the ring for this one.
Oh, I mean, the professor also guaranteed a win for his client Riker in the Mega Cup.
Ooh, in the Haas Invitational?
Yeah.
I remember Riker now because he came out, him and Tyreek were banging.
Yeah.
Like, they were having all kinds of banging matches all over the place. Like, Riker attacked Tyreek because Tyreek went after Professor. So,
and just to let you guys know, if you guys are wanting to come to this show, the theme is Hawaiian. It's a summer vibe. Come with your grass skirts.
We gotta
straw
find
hats, coconut bras, whatever you want.
We gotta find Joshua Jonai. We need a picture with him in our Hawaiian shirts, and he'll have his on. So yeah, we're gonna get a picture with Josh.
It has to be.
Yeah, for sure. I have my Hawaiian shirt ready. If you saw us last year at Beach Bash, that's the one I'm wearing.
I still got my captain's hat.
Yep. So that's a big show on Saturday. And then on Sunday, you have Dropkick Diabetes, which is a great show for a great cause.
Absolutely.
Lots of fire going down here. Run over the card real quick.
We got the Timothy Gallix Turmoil announced so far, and this is going to be Wilbur Whitlock, the man, Jeff Jevick, the bouncer, DLA, Bray McKenzie, Calray Lovecraft, Space Unicorn, RJ Jonesy, Colin Crew, Paris Sahara, Kurt Fury, James Lethal, and the one, the only, Norm.
That's right, baby.
Fucking Norm. Love that guy. We got a 6-pack challenge, Dontavio. Dontavio.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Joshua Cavid. I'm not familiar with him. Versus TJ Dynamite and Bryson Teller versus Tristan St. Croix versus Tony Johnson in the 6-pack challenge. That's going to be pure chaos, and I'm all about it.
Agreed. That match sounds awesome.
Yeah. Then we got a Youngstown street fight. Joey Vincent Martini versus Thomas Adams.
Ooh.
I don't know what a Youngstown street fight is, but you have my attention.
It sounds good.
It does.
I assume there's going to be weapons.
Then you have the Akron Children's Hospital 8-man match, 8-man tag match. I don't know if it's an 8-man. It just says 8-man. You got the Order of the Phoenix taking on the Mega Church.
That's correct. Dude, how? Okay. First off, go ahead.
There's still more.
Okay, keep going.
You got the Rev Ron Hunt versus Marcus Knight. Then you got the Katie Jones Memorial Tag Team Melee. Mad Dog Matt Cross and Camille Shaw Blaze. Wait, Camille from NWA, the women's champion, taking on Sean Blaze and Zoe Sky.
Gotcha.
Sonny DeFarge and Evelyn Sage taking on an Andrew Palace and Katie Arquette.
Wow. That's
Yeah. And then you got the main event, Fuego de Sol taking on our boy Ashton Day.
versus the Ultra Star.
And the ECW legend himself, Tommy Dreamer's going to be there as well.
Oh yeah, Dropkick. He will be in attendance.
And
He's not
Maven.
wrestling. He's not
And
wrestling.
Maven.
And
No.
Maven. The very first tough enough winner, Maven. Don't sleep on my boy. He did win, all right?
Yeah, the season 1 winner. And
He
like
did
I said,
win.
NWA Women's World Champion Camille, who's going to be tag teaming with Mad Dog Matt Cross. So, like I said, this is for a great cause. Go ahead,
This is what I want to say, and it is for a great cause. Shout out to Dropkick Diabetes. Shout out to Mega Championship Wrestling, and EFW for all the shows this weekend. You guys are gonna. I hope every show is super fucking successful. I hope you guys pack houses. I believe in this. Like wrestling in Northeast Ohio is good, but this is where I want to give flowers right now. I want to give flowers. I can't name them all, so I'm not even gonna try. But I'm gonna give the flowers to the guys and gals that are wrestling on Friday, wrestling on Saturday and Sunday. Because there was at least 6 people that you said that are wrestling all weekend. Shout out to you guys. This is why we love you.
Keep grinding.
I'll say it. Ashton, Mega Church, stuff like this. I'm seeing you everywhere. I just saw CeeLo yesterday. I'm gonna see him at least twice this weekend. Like what? Like they're all over the place. Same with Butchie. Same with Ashton.
Sebastian LaShawn.
RJ Jonesy. They're all over the place.
Bryce
and again,
Tyler.
if I didn't mention your name and you're listening to us, please don't take me to slight. I don't have a card in front of me. I'm just sitting.
Bray McKenzie too.
Bray McKenzie, spitting off names. If you're wrestling more than once this weekend, shout out to you for putting in that work. Shout out to the guys and gals that are wrestling one show. That's awesome. I'm proud of you. That's fucking dope. But to the guys and gals that are traveling hours and hours to get to the different venues and shit like that, we see you. We see you.
Keep doing your guys' thing. We love you guys.
That's all I can even say, man. It's ridiculous.
We love sitting here and talking about you guys every week in and week out. We love giving you guys, letting people know where we can find you guys and what you guys got going on. So we love it. Keep grinding. You guys are all killing it.
It was a super fire weekend, by the way. Which is why there hasn't been a Wrestler of the Week posted. We're going to have some deliberation after the show, and we got one. I mean, I have my candidate. I'm sure Dean has a candidate, and we can, figure it out after that.
We've been
slacking a little bit. But we'll get back to it. I have a great candidate for Wrestler of the Week. So, and, we'll get into it. And this week, at least by tomorrow morning, you will have our Piledriver Wrestler of the Week.
For sure. You ready for the top 5?
You got top 5?
I do.
Let's go.
Top 5 Disney movies.
Top 5 Disney movies? Any generation?
Okay. I know it has nothing to do with what we were talking today, but I'm switching it up. We haven't done this one. I spent the weekend being a dad and watched tons of Disney movies, so I kind of inspired it.
I dig it. You gonna go first? You want me to go first?
You can go first. You can do Pixar and all that stuff. OGs.
I will take my favorite Disney movie of all time. Growing up, it was the one I watched the most, and it's because I identified with him the most. I'm a street rat, just like he is. Aladdin, baby.
Okay. That was one of mine. I hate you.
I'm a street rat, just like Aladdin. I love it.
And I gotta go with Lion King. That's my other one.
Okay. I'll take
the original Lion King.
I respect Simba. Okay, number 2. I'm gonna go with a movie that I didn't, and I watched it 12 years ago. I probably wouldn't even be in this list. But as a girl dad, this movie shot up to the top of my list. Inside Out.
You know, I've not watched that one yet.
Great movie.
Really?
Great movie. Mhm.
What's the new one that just dropped? I heard it was really, really good too.
Elemental.
Yes. I heard it was really good.
It's about a guy, like the one guy's fire being and the girl's a water being, or vice versa. I can't remember who's fire and who's water, but they fall in love, and obviously they're opposites. So like that's cool. But that's at least how the trailer made it look. So
It looks good. My number two, I'm gonna go with the Pixar too. Finding Nemo is one of my all-time favorites.
nice, nice. Um, yeah, I love Nemo. I love Dory too, but not as much as I love
Yeah.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah. The first one was the best.
Where do I want to go here? I got some picks here. All right. Wreck-It Ralph number 3, the original Wreck-It Ralph, not number 4, not Take Back the Internet or whatever. That was good, but not as good as number
1. This might not be a popular pick, but I anytime I see it on, I'm watching it. Coco.
I love Coco. What are you talking about? Coco's
Oh,
probably.
I love
Look,
Coco.
I have one of those too. And I was actually going to pitch that to you instead of honorable mention. Do you have a fucking Disney movie that you're like not fond of that everybody's like, oh my god, it's so great? I'm like, that fucking movie sucked.
I'm down with that.
Okay.
Instead of an honorable mention.
Um. So you're going Coco. That's fine. I'll totally take Coco. Number 4, I'm gonna take an old school classic, and you're gonna be like, wait, that's. And then you're gonna be like, holy shit, it is a Disney movie. Homeward Bound.
Ooh, you did a live action Disney. Start taking it all the way back.
Fucking Chance and Shadow and Sassy. Like, are you
I
serious?
loved Homeward Bound, dude.
Tell me as a child, you didn't fucking get emotional when Shadow couldn't get out of that fucking hole.
Man.
Just punched you right in the heart.
Seriously, right in the fucking feels. I'm getting flashbacks of that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good pick.
Boom.
My 4th pick. Hmm. 4th pick. I might have.
It's tough because you don't want to put one there and then later
I know,
on.
dude. I don't want to like. Mm. Damn, dude.
I got my 5. I already know who my 5th pick is. You're not gonna.
I'm gonna go with The Incredibles, the first one, the original.
Nice. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. We go. My dishonorable mention. Every old princess movie besides The Little Mermaid. They're not that good.
No.
Cinderella's not that good. Snow White's not that good. Sleeping Beauty's not that good. Little Mermaid's pretty solid, but it's okay. Like it, she did the Dingle Hopper and that stuff's funny. But other than that, like I don't really dig the princess movies, and neither did Zoe. Like Zoe didn't really get down with the princess movies. We watched a lot of Pixar stuff. So my dishonorable mention is the Disney princess movies.
My dishonorable mention is The Princess and the Frog. I guess that kind of runs it with yours too.
Yeah. I like the Princess and the Frog.
Like I like some of the princess movies.
I
like
would say
Beauty and the Beast is good.
that's a newer princess movie because I won't lump like Merida. I consider Merida a Disney princess from Brave, and I won't fucking lump her in with Cinderella.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna scratch that. I'm gonna scratch that one. Frozen. Frozen's my dishonorable mention. Fuck that movie. Fuck that movie.
I'll give it to you. I was never a fan of Frozen. So my number 5, I'm actually gonna have to split it. I have to because I can't. I don't think I will. I might, but I don't think so. So I have to split it. Probably one of my favorite newer Disney movies of all time, Ratatouille. I love Remy. I love The Little Chef. I have a Funko of it that sits in my chin because he's a little chef. That's where he's supposed to be. Like,
Yeah.
I love Ratatouille. And then my other 5.5 is Moana. She's my
Moana.
favorite. Moana's my favorite princess.
Okay. So I'll do my fifth and I'll do my 5.5 too.
Okay.
My fifth is gonna be Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ooh,
I've always loved it.
I hate Nightmare Before Christmas.
Do you?
Yeah.
And then
I
my
think
five and a half.
it's overplayed out.
It is, but I've always loved it. My 5.5 is Jungle Book.
Good pick. Good pick. You ready for my bombshell of the top 5? Not
Yeah.
neither one of us picked a fucking Toy Story.
I know. And
It's hard. Not one of us picked Cars. Like, I love Cars. I love
do
Cars.
too.
All 3 of the Cars movies are really, really good. And like, nobody picked Cars. Nobody picked Toy Story. I thought about it though midway through too, and I was like, "Well, Disney owns Marvel. Can I pick like Return of the Jedi?"
Right, you threw me a fucking curveball with Homeward Bound. I'm like,
That's
oh,
a
now I'm starting to
legit
think of
Disney
like
movie.
all these fucking '90s live action fucking Disney movies, like
You're gonna pull out Chitty
Pocus
Chitty
or
Bang Bang, Chitty Chitty Bang
The
Bang,
Parent Trap, shit like that, dude. You know what I'm saying?
3 Musketeers,
Ooh, see,
Fantasia, Fantasia.
I wasn't a fan of Fantasia.
I wasn't a fan of the whole movie. I loved the broomstick part. Then where Mickey's fucking doing the brooms and they're carrying the water. That was cool.
I'll have to look up live action Disney movies from the '90s because I know there's a shit ton of good ones that I just can't think of.
Rescuers Down Under.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Five Goes West was a Disney movie. Yeah.
there were some bangers.
Oh yeah, 100%. Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins, that's an old school.
Mm-hmm.
Cool fucking runnings.
Cool. Yep. There. Yep. Yep.
Damn, man.
I'm pretty sure like Coach Carter's a fucking Disney movie. Like,
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans is a Disney movie.
Damn, we fucked up.
It's still to this day, it still blows my mind that Bertram from Remember the Titans is fucking Opie from Sons of Anarchy.
I know, right? It's so weird.
All right. Let's back on topic. Lots of wrestling this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Get over to the respective websites. EFW, Mega Championship Wrestling, I believe, is on Yap City, and Dropkick Diabetes. Tickets are still available. Front row's probably sold out for all the shows. Get over there, check them out. Next week, we will have more to talk about. We're going to have Cash Inc. on this week. We're going to have Ashton on this week. And we're going to get everybody's thoughts and game plan, maybe a little sneak peek game plan. I talked to General Manager Glenn Lane. He's working on a couple things, and he said that if he has any breaking news announcements, that he will share them with the Piledriver podcast. So we might be having Glenn Lane. We might be having Glenn Lane come on soon to break some news.
Stay tuned.
Who knows? Stay tuned.
And then next week we got RCW, Rules of Championship Wrestling, got a big show, Revolution Rising. We'll cover that next episode leading into that. That's on a Wednesday, the 26th. There's a lot of July was just stacked with some really damn good wrestling. So we are seriously spoiled as wrestling fans here out here in Northeast Ohio, and that's what we love to do. What we're doing, we like to showcase what everybody got going on here and open up some eyes to some new companies and some new wrestlers. So thank you guys for following us. Go follow Believeland Media and everything else. We love you guys. See you guys next week. You got anything else for them, brother?
I do not. Make sure you get over and follow our stuff. I believe it's this week.
Yep.
I believe it's this week. Real quick, Believeland Media will be at Akron Rubber Ducks, throwing out the first pitch.
Yes.
So Wednesday night,
the host
I believe.
Of
correct?
the Guardians of the CLE. Yes.
Yes, the host of the Guardians of the CLE, and I believe Kevin and Yo Paulie will be out there throwing out the pitch, doing a little filming for which is really, really cool. Shout out to the Guardians of the CLE for getting that opportunity, and putting in all the hard work to get that opportunity and deserve it. So,
absolutely.
Ultimately, that's
shout
just
out to them.
For us, Believeland.
We got a little bit of everything over there, Believeland for everybody. If you want Browns, you can follow me and my boy Clarence and Brown and Orange Weekly. We got, like I said, Guardians of the CLE. We got all things Cavaliers for all you Cavs fans.
Don't forget double play CLE. That's just all
Yeah,
about
double play
everything.
CLE with the hammer and our boy Justin. So there's a lot. There's a ton for everybody. We cover the USFL. Go to BelieveInMediaLLC.com. There's articles, everything you guys want. There's links to all the shows. Give us all a follow. They're giving away a signed Joe Thomas helmet right now. If you subscribe to the YouTube channel, we're a couple hundred people short. I don't know why that hasn't been done already. I mean, you get an opportunity to win a free helmet from a goat. So
Yeah.
but
I have
like I
nothing
said,
else.
we will nope. Stay
See you
tuned
next
for the
week.
special interviews dropping this week, and we will see you guys next Sunday with another episode of the Piledriver. Later,
Later.
fellas.